All right, Linda, I kind of feel like, you know what? I kind of feel like I need to talk to your wife for this because we're going to talk
like a bad influence.
Well, yes.
And of course, I'm not saying no.
And you're not driving.
That's
You're not driving. We're good.
Okay.
We're safe.
You're driving.
Yeah. U.S. midterms.
Oh,
we're going to talk.
Jody.
We're also going to talk local politics as well.
Yeah.
We're going to get into a bunch of stuff. But let's start with the big story south of the border because we're locked into it. It's going to affect us as Canadians. People love to tweet at us or come back with like, "Why are you so worried about the U.S. when
because
we're
what
the apartment over the stairs?"
Impacts, I mean, it's like we're above the meth lab, I've heard people say.
Yes.
But I was watching the midterms like, oh no, whatever. I mean, in the midterms, the government of the day tends to lose big. They lose in the House, they lose in the Senate. That didn't necessarily happen as we speak. The Republicans have not taken the House, and there is no winner in the Senate. They have not taken it away from the Democrats. We don't know how that's going to turn out. Look at John Fetterman. What a character. I was happy he won.
Me too.
Dr. Oz doesn't even live in Pennsylvania.
And this is the part, this is the takeaway I think that's really important for what we're watching unfold. As you mentioned, nothing is done yet, but there are two things here. This is historic in that it hasn't been the opposite party of the one in power. Typically in the midterms, and it goes back to like Reagan, that the party not in the president's office typically comes in and like wipes out a bunch, right? So that didn't happen. The red wave did not happen, and we still don't even know how the results. But interesting, the Mehmet Oz's of the world, the Trump-endorsed deniers have struggled in areas that were historically Republican, and that has made many people, and I watched this on the cable news network, I think it was Jimmy Kimmel, I love watching my Kimmel, who pieced together all of the news hosts on every channel basically saying, Trump's the big loser. Trump's the big loser. Trump's the big loser. Trump's the big, and it was...
Well, two things. One, there were 200 election deniers elected. And secondly, you know, Donald Trump kept saying, oh, I've got a big announcement to make November 15th, I think.
15th, yep.
And all of a sudden, check out the media. This is what was on the cover of the New York Post. Trumpty Dumpty couldn't build the wall, had a great fall. Can you imagine? Donald Trump would lose his mind to see that. And they were saying, instead of, he called Ron DeSantis, who won pretty big in Florida for the Republicans.
Ron
Sanctimonious.
Yeah.
And so,
and then he won.
Yeah, then I think Fox or some, you know, Republican-friendly publication put Ron DeSantis on the cover and said, Ron DeFuture.
And Rupert Murdoch, the discussion is that Rupert Murdoch, who has a stake in the Post, if I'm not mistaken, is shifting away from the Trump narrative, which means what might we see? Because the threat to the Republican Party from Donald Trump has been, apparently, allegedly, the phone call to the head of the GOP when Trump left office on Air Force One, not welcoming the new duly elected president in Joe Biden, phoned and said, I'm leaving the GOP, I'm going to start my own party, which freaked them out because the base was so massive. And now it looks like, maybe there's a new leader in town. So will Trump go scorched earth for the GOP?
It's going to be interesting to watch him burn the Republican Party down. But let's talk about things closer to home.
Bring us home, sister.
A couple things. I mean, first of all, we have new municipal governments all over the place sworn in. And in Vancouver, it was at the Orpheum.
This is really cool.
We both got invitations. I didn't go.
I couldn't go. We were doing the show.
Yeah. There were 3,000 people there. Let's check out this video. They had lion dancers for Vancouver's first ever Canadian Chinese elected mayor.
I love that.
So that's pretty cool. And we'll see. They have a lot of things that they need to deal with. And one of them that's not fully, you know, a municipal issue, but is certainly provincial, is healthcare. And we had all of the provincial healthcare ministers meeting in Vancouver with the federal healthcare minister, and they were hoping to strike a deal because the provincial ministers want more federal funding.
Yes.
And the whole thing went boo, because the federal government wants some, you know, they want conditions.
Accountability. Yeah. And This is a tough one, and I don't understand the process of what makes our healthcare happen in this country. I wouldn't pretend to know the details and the inner workings, but those who I speak with, the physicians who are working in the field, and the new master's agreement in British Columbia has been a huge positive upside. We talked about that last week on the show. Other provinces are kind of concerned that the BC system might actually attract a bunch of physicians from places that might be struggling to have
the family docs.
So there's like more.
I was thinking master's agreement. What is she talking about? Yeah, right. Okay,
Yes,
with the
yes.
family docs.
Yeah.
Can we also talk about, we'll sort of shift it a little bit more federally.
Well,
Our
the
Deputy
finance
Prime Minister, Chrystia Freeland, in the news for two reasons. I mean, first of all, because she was trying to talk about how she's hinting that we're potentially going into a soft recession. And she was saying, you know, families have to make choices.
Just cancel
and
your
it's
Disney
difficult.
Plus, guys.
And people went, tone deaf, little tone deaf. And in fact, I saw today that Disney tweeted that she didn't actually cancel her
Oops.
Disney Plus. But now there's a tweet that
bothers
people
me.
were weighing in on. So
bugs me.
let's look at this. People are saying, look, she's wearing a dress and a blazer and runners. Oh.
I wear my Converse with my dresses and my blazers and sometimes two poppies. You only understand that if you saw the top of the show because I'm dressed like a poppy. I do have a poppy. But wearing your Converse with your outfit on your way to wherever you're going,
So
you know what?
what?
Women can wear whatever they want.
What
That's
I'll-
just in.
What I'll say
Anybody.
about Chrystia Freeland is
I
that
like her.
she bought, when she was first elected in 2015, she bought what appeared to be three of exactly the same dresses. A red one, a white one, a black one. And
Or
they were
H&M.
ruched to the side and, you know, not a super expensive dress, was flattering on her. She has made that work by adding a scarf and this and that. And I applaud you, Chrystia Freeland, for not giving a rat's you-know-what about having to spend a ton of money on your wardrobe. Guys don't, so anyway, that's what I have to say about that.
That's what we're saying about that. We got some things to say about long COVID next. I'm looking forward to this next guest.
Yes, because if you've caught COVID and you're just like, well, it's been months and I still feel sick, BC researchers want to hear from you. We're going to talk about a new long COVID crowdsourcing project right after the break.